Okay, we'll start with Mr. Lucier.
Mr. Bock, you have indicated your interest in economic development in Chatham County. Did you apply for the publicly advertised vacancies in the EDC? Have you ever attended a monthly EDC meeting? Did you ever attend one of the many countywide meetings on the development and implementation of the strategic plan for economic development? Have you ever attended or participated in one of the meetings of the joint elected boards between Chatham County, Pittsboro, Siler City, and Goldston regarding implementation of the plan?
I don't believe I've attended an EDC meeting. I have met one-on-one with several members of the EDC, including Joe Glosson. But maybe more importantly, I've met with business owners. I've met with people that have tried to open businesses. I've said a few times here that we in this county are hostile to new businesses or expanding businesses. I want to give you one example of that. We have a local builder here in town, in Pittsboro, who wanted to develop private property with about 11 houses. He went through the process, and after 2 years of answering questions and working with the county to build these houses, finally jumped through all the hoops, finally got everything done the way it should be done, had it scheduled with the Board of Commissioners for final approval in June of this year, so from 2008-2010. Got to the meeting, presented the information. Commissioner Cross made a motion in order to recognize and approve their application. None of the commissioners would second his motion. The motion died, sending our local builder back home for another month. They came back in July. Reluctantly, the motion was made again, seconded, and passed. If that's not a hostile act, it sure appears to be a hostile act to those trying to get something done in the county.
Let me say two things. One is, apparently you have never done any of those things that I just asked you about. You have never attended a meeting. You never tried to help us implement the plan. You never wanted to share your ideas with those business leaders, those community leaders who are trying to implement the plan. Regarding the case that you talk about, that was a case where we had asked for some additional information requested by the neighboring homeowners and requested by the commissioners regarding safety. The entranceway wasn't a curve, and there was other issues. We eventually did approve it when the developer changed the entranceway and changed a few aspects of his development. So that's a process that led to a better, a safer development. When it comes to residential development, let me repeat, we have approved 58 out of 60 business rezoning requests. We have approved 95% of all the residential development requests that have come before us.
That's what the question was. We have 60 requests since I took office for business rezonings, and we've approved 58 of them. That's correct.
My name is Brad Kelly. I'd like to ask George a question. On those 58 out of 60 businesses that you rezoned, how many of those were actually existing businesses that were required to rezone due to the rezoning prior to your major corridors ordinance?
0. If I put those in, it would be 118 out of 120. The answer is 0 to your question. I didn't include those in that, and we haven't adopted a major corridor ordinance. We have zoned our major corridors, which were previously unzoned. 421, 64 between Pittsboro and Siler City. Anytime you're on the cusp of rapid growth, if you don't have zoning along your major corridors, you're just asking for problems. We didn't adopt a major corridor ordinance. We zoned those corridors, just like 15501 is zoned.